Yo, yo. Fuck. Holland up. Holland versus Luke up. Apparently Kevin's talking to Luke. Luke got a fresh fade before this one. $170 Kev's the best Kev. I've been saying it all week. Silent Assassin is right. Damn, Kevin's just popping Luke with on the takedown attempt. Shout out to Soda Pop. Soda Pop said Luke don't take people down and submit them. Kevin's like, yeah, I've been here before. He's telling Luke to move. Kevin's talking mad shit to him. Luke returns with a hard exchange, but not much. Only like a 1-2. Kevin lands a nice overhand right. I'm trying not to talk so I can hear Kevin talk. You know, they're exchanging right now. Oh, Kevin just rocked Vicente with a crazy elbow. Vicente looked like he just got the fucking dog shit slapped out of him with that elbow. They're in a fight, though. Kevin's dragging Vicente into a fight right now. 170 Kev's the best Kev. I think one of the only people who has a chance against Kev at 170 is my man New Mansa. New Money. Holland versus New Mansa, probably beginning of 2026 after Joaquin gets that belt. That's what Kevin's working towards. That's what Kevin's coming for. Bet. Kevin's saying, I think today we're going to learn something. We're going to see who's better. And when he gets home celebratory, you already know. Yeah, Luke got a big hematoma behind that ear from the elbow. Shout out to John Anik for that. Kevin's just trolling Vicente while they're fighting. Straight trolling him. It's always a fair fight with Kevin, though. Ooh, Vicente's landing his shots on Kevin. But Kevin says he's good. The reaction showed otherwise, though. Kevin's out of his fucking mind. They go, don't let him talk you out of the fight. He goes, I'm not going to let him talk me out of it. Talk me into it. Boom, boom. 1-2. Hey, that's so funny. DC just repeated me. Shout out to all the boys watching. Shout out to all the boys watching. Shout out to all the boys watching. Who we got? We got Sugar. We got Merab. Something's in the air this weekend. Something's in the air tonight. Something's in the air tonight. And I'm thinking Merab. Let's put a little fucking chat goal. I've never done this before. 10 super chats. I'm gonna read your comments. So send me some super chats and I'll read them. All right, let's start with that. All right, first round probably goes to Kev. First round probably goes to Kev. We got Henry Hooft. Holland versus Luke up. Bro, I need to fucking set this up better. All right, round two. Obviously, you know, Kevin using the range. Check left hook on Vicente. Kevin popping Vicente from the outside. Vicente doing a fucking doing what he did in the Joaquin Buckley loss. Kevin's about to submit fucking Luque. Damn, Luque tapped. Kevin got him. Anaconda, whatever you want to call it. Shout out to Kev. Shout out to Kev. 170 Kev, the best Kev. 170 Kev, the best Kev. Shout out to Kev. Shout out to Kev. He's coming for Buck, I'm telling you. Kevin Holland, Joaquin Buckley, Ultimate Fighter season, whatever, next year. Run that shit. Kevin Holland saying what up to Donald Trump, dapping up fucking Dana, all the boys, Joe Rogan, fucking Hunter Campbell, DC. You know what I mean? Kevin just showing love, doing his thing. Shout out to Kev. Shout out to Trailblazer. Let's see who we got on the call out. Let's see who we got on the mic. Probably going to call out Colby Covington. Luque, let the record show. Luque lost to Buck and Kevin Holland the same way. He pulled guard. He pulled guard, and these guys just fucking took advantage. Joaquin bopped him, and Kevin went for the quick sub. Yeah, you don't want to get caught in that with Kev, I'll tell you that much. Kevin showing respect to Luque and the team. Kevin blessed and highly favored Holland. Let's go, baby. Bro, how did I have my phone set up the last time? I'm trying to think how I had that shit. Kevin Holland wins by dart choke. Let's go. Let's go, Kev. Shout out to the Trailblazer. Let's see the call out. Prime, get the fuck out of here, bro. Kevin won but didn't do great. He just starched him. Starched his ass. What, because he got rocked in the first round? Did you put money on Luke? Be honest. Kevin channeled his inner Muhammad Ali, he says. Yeah, I knew it, Prime. You can't get that shit past me. Get out of here with that. Give Kev his credit. But shout out to you, bro. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, bro. Who you got in the next one? Hey, Luke got to stop pulling that guard, though. You know what I mean? That's his problem. Honestly, I got a sneaky suspicion about Sean, bro. You got Mario? Alright, I got Patchy. Let's see. I got a sneaky suspicion about Sean on this one. Just that, you know, that knockout power. I feel like it's going to be a whole different fight this time around. Let's see the call out. Okay, get on the Joe Rogan pod. Do a little bow and arrow hunting. Call out? You got call out, Kev? Let's go, Kev. Kev listened to me. That's right. Let's go. Kev versus Colby Covington. Why not? Kevin is on a fucking... He's going to take down all the guys who Buckley's beating. And then they're going to meet up for the Ultimate Fighter. It's going to be Rashad versus Rampage 2. You know what I'm saying? Mark my words, boys. Mark my words. Let's see. Prime. My boy Prime. Luke isn't great at that, but we can give him some credit for stepping up with a beast like Kevin. Yeah. But, you know what I mean. You know, it's like... I'll say this about Luke, you know. He, A Boogie with the hoodie's in the building. Shout out to A Boogie with the hoodie. Luke, you know, it's like, did you see his demeanor when he beat Themba? You know, he just has different demeanors when he kind of gets a tough matchup, in my opinion. Like, you know, real quiet with Kevin and just like, you know, stoic in a way. So, credit to Luke, but I'm saying that because I feel like he does walk into these fights knowing he's kind of going to lose regardless if he takes it or not, which is kind of sucks, you know? Because look what just happened there. He does decent, but he kind of like crumbles to the moment. Shout out to Luke, though. You know, he's the gatekeeper of the division right now. So, obviously, Themba couldn't get past him. Kevin was obviously going to get past him. I already knew they were going to book Kevin up with Vicente because the UFC loves his ass. You know what I mean? Who is the easiest ranked opponent for Kevin? That's who they gave him. Now they're going to give him Colby Covington. If Colby takes that shit. Yeah, he's got the power. That's what I'm saying. Luke does good. It's just like he doesn't hang in there with these guys who are like down to fucking scrap, you know? He seems like he has to carry the advantage going into it almost. Like if he's an underdog going into a fight, he performs that way. You know what I mean? Versus some guys, they don't. So, shout out to Luke, though. Like I said, he's a good test. He proved that he's a good test. If you can't get past him, you don't belong in that top of the division yet. You know, exhibit with Themba. Somebody's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. I don't know who that is. How many people we got watching right now? I haven't even checked that shit. Let me see. All right, boys. I got 4 concurrent viewers right now. Let's get me up a little bit higher, huh? Also hit that like. For sure hit that like, because last time I think I got up to like 20. Yeah, hell yeah, my boy. I saw that. Last time I got up to 20, so let's get up to like 25, 30. That'll be the goal. 25, 30 likes. And shout out to you boys for watching, man. We got Mario versus Patchy coming up next. You know, shout out to the Smashing Machine. We see him doing his thing. What can I say? It's going to be a good night. Luke performs like a underdog in every fight, but also Kevin should now learn that he can get rocked by someone like Luke, and now he's trying Colby. Yeah. I mean, Kevin, hey, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. We're going to make it, though. We making it to the top slowly but surely. I'm not tripping on that. So keep supporting. Make sure you follow Prime or subscribe. We got Mario and fucking Patchy up next. I'm kind of rocking with Patchy, man. Patchy's kind of like a Nate Diaz kind of character. Like, if I didn't know anything about him, I'd be like, is he from Stockton? Maybe he looked up to Nate a lot or something. He's got some like characteristics. I was gonna say Luke performs like the underdog. Kevin could get rocked. Yeah, so Kevin versus Colby, another good test. You know, get those guys out, because I do think Kevin is more like, I think Kevin is better than a lot of the old heads in the division right now at welterweight. You know, Gilbert Burns and shit like that. Even like a Kamaru. Like, these are all good fights for Kevin. You got Mario. I feel you. I feel you. All right, let me be right back. Hey, Prime, because you're here, let me give you, and whoever else is watching right now, let me give you guys a little teaser about what to come in the content this week. So we got the SD Dumas exclusive interview, fresh out of jail, dropping tomorrow, 12 p.m. PST. Full interview. Been dropping the clips, so you can go on the channel right now, check out some of the videos I dropped. Homie was like homeless and shit like that before the Michael Oleksiejczuk fight. So he opens up about some of that. He says, you know, speaks on bonding out of jail and shit, on like that $500,000 bond. So I got some of those clips up, but tune into the interview tomorrow, 12 p.m. PST premiering. Every single Wednesday, the Perry Punch Show live, 3:30 or 4 p.m. PST with me and my boy DJ MTK. And that's about it right now. Oh, and we got I usually don't mention this shit, but because we're on stream right now, I will. Phil Rowe interview in the works for next week. Early next week, probably going to get Phil Rowe on, so I'll drop that interview too for Fight Week. He's fighting Angelusa. Interviewed Phil about a month and a half ago because he was trying to get a fight. Now he's got a fight booked and all that shit. So if you want to tap into that interview from like a month ago, tap in. It's on the channel. Phil Rowe. So Phil Rowe interview coming next week. SD interview dropping on Sunday. Shout out my boy Prime. Make sure you subscribe, bro. I will remember you, alright? So make sure you comment and shit, I'll remember you. Well, if you're asking me who you think who I think might win, you must not be familiar. Buckley's my boy. We actually got an interview that already dropped. I interviewed him for this one, an hour-long interview. So tap into that one. But I got Buckley, bro. I got Buckley. But I don't like to do that shit. You know, it's all respect to Kamaru at the end of the day. But obviously, I'm riding with Buckley. You know, he's my guy. Gonna be a good fight though. And I will say, you know, I'm not thinking Joaquin's just going to, like, starch Buckley. Like, whatever happens in that fight, like, Joaquin got probably the best Usman. You know what I mean? Usman was delaying the return, you feel me? Wasn't sure if he was going to return or not. So, with that being said, he took his time. You feel me? So, I think Joaquin's going to get the best Usman. I don't think Usman would have returned if he wasn't, like, 100%. You know, so I'm expecting a good fight. There's a couple X's and O's, like people have been telling me Colby took down Joaquin. You know, what's Usman gonna do? That's a good point. I think that Usman's a lot older though, and time has kind of taken away from some of Usman's ability. I'd also say don't question Joaquin's wrestling skills. You know, he wrestled his whole life. That's his first martial art. You know, and he's been nothing but improving it since he started MMA. So I don't think the wrestling is going to play that big of a factor as people might think. What I do think is going to play a big factor is Kamaru's knees. You feel me? I think Kamaru's knees, like, if you look at Joaquin's footwork, how he bounces around, how he moves, how he's in and out, you know, Usman can't do that. And also, shout out to Soda Pop, because Usman kind of lunges in a little bit, like that, like where he's here, right? And then Usman kind of just like starts throwing him and like plants his feet. When he gets the opponent like almost up against the cage, he'll just like plant his feet and start throwing like that. But if you saw earlier, I think Yu Jong Woo or something like that knocked that fool's ass out with a check left hook. So, you know what I mean? If Usman does any of that shit, then he's probably gonna get knocked the fuck out. And yeah, I think the knees is a big thing. Like Usman, just imagine it, bouncing around, you know what I mean? In and out, bouncing on the knees. Have you ever seen it? Okay. You got Buckley, the fresh young buck coming up. Used to be at 185, down at 170. It's the fight to make. And I'm telling you again, Kevin Holland versus Joaquin Buckley, you know what I'm saying? Those two guys are making that surge right now to the top of the welterweight division. You don't think Kevin Holland and Ian Gary's a good fight? Kevin Holland fought JDM already, took him to a decision. Don't forget, you know? Yeah, you got Buckley Prime. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Joaquin's got that fucking power, bro. It's crazy. He's you know, like the Sean aspect. You know, I love the guys who really can put the lights out. That's why you asked earlier who I'm kind of like leaning towards, and it's hard not to lean towards the guys who are really well-rounded, but also have the ability to put you out, you know? Like Pereira, he has the ability to put you out, but he's not super well-rounded, if that makes sense. Main event starts probably like 9, bro. Probably like 9:30, because you got that women's title fight. So you could tap back in, though. I'll be here. Tap back in, Sebastian. I want to know this. Who is looking forward? Yeah, like an hour. Probably like 9:30. Suga and Merab is going to be on, I'll guess. 9:30 PST, I'm going to guess Suga and Merab is on. So tap back in or stay tuned. You guys care about that Kayla Harrison Juliana Pena fight? I do. I'm going to be honest. I care about that one a little bit. Not because of Kayla, though. I fuck with Juliana. You know what I mean? That woman's proven herself, and I feel like they're doing some bullshit, like sliding her. So I'm rocking with Juliana. I got you, bro. I got you. Make sure to like and support, brother. All right. We're on the walkouts now. All right. Prime's got Juliana. Hell yeah. Let's go. Now, I'm also saying they are selling fucking wolf tickets trying to get Amanda Nunes back, bro. They're only begging for her ass to come back because there ain't no other fighters left in the division. You know? She doesn't need to come back. She already cemented her legacy. Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Juliana. And the whole, 5 rounds with Kayla. She just made championship weight. Man, hey, we gotta talk about something. You think Kayla's rehydrating with an IV? Is Kayla Harrison rehydrating with an IV? Can we pull up that comparison picture? I'm not gonna pull it up right now, but I can do a little doom scroll later on though on X. I'll do a little doom scroll for you guys. But it's like, bro, Kayla, like, that rehydration is crazy. Crazy. And I mean, bro, I lift, like a lot. Like I hit the gym a lot, and I I fuck with the fitness type shit. So I watch a lot of the bodybuilding and stuff like that, as well as UFC. But like, dude, I look at who's natty, who's not natty, you know what I mean, on like these influencer bodybuilders and shit like that, like the Sam Stoliks of the world and stuff. Bro, Kayla is so jacked, bro. And it's like, you can't be off steroids and be that jacked, I feel like, or PEDs in general and be that jacked. Because you lose all that, you know, I don't know what hers is in her case, estrogen, testosterone, I don't know what the fuck's pumping her muscles, you know? But put her up next to Merab. If you saw that video where she just mogged his ass, like, she's way bigger than Merab. And Merab's a dude at 135. And Kayla's arms are bigger than his. So, like, how the fuck does that make sense? But whatever. We're going to get to that later. Alright, Patchy versus Mario is up, boys. Patchy versus Mario is up. Damn, let me get my charger before my shit dies. One sec. All right, we about to find out a lot. We about to find out a lot about this fucking fight. Dude, let me try to get this shit going up here like this. Motherfucker. All right. All right, boys, we're in business. We're in fucking business. Let's go. Shout out to Kevin Holland. I got Patchy on this one, boys. I got Patchy. If I'm being honest, though, I haven't really seen Patchy fight that much. I'm just going off his fucking trash talk. Let's go. So Mario's coming out ahead, pushing Patchy up against the cage. Patchy's known for the grappling, so let's see what happens here. But Mario's got Patchy up against that back line, basically. Patchy looking a little stiff on the feet. Like, I don't see him knocking out Mario just right off the bat, like, footwork-wise, what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Patchy, like foot in the sand. Let's see if DC says anything about that. No bounce in Patchy's step at all. Bro, no bounce in Patchy's step at all. I'm shook right now. I think Patchy's going to get knocked out. Bro, Patchy has no footwork, no head movement. This is insane. I almost can't believe what I'm seeing. Mario Key needs to read Patchy's rhyme. No clue what that means. But honestly, Mario beating Jose, yeah, that's confirmation you're solid, you're certified, you know? Patchy don't gotta win like that, I don't think. Patchy's trying to land like that left hook, that check right hook. That's why he's just standing there getting hit, because he's trying to land that check right hook, but that's a terrible fucking offense. Check right hook is like, you know, a defensive tactic. You don't sit in there and just throw it. Damn, okay. Mario just sent Patchy back with another right hand. DC saying it. Patchy too flat-footed. And he's not level changing. DC's got that one right. You know, Mario's way ahead. I wish they would show some striking numbers right now. Patchy's opening up a little bit more now. Patchy's just kind of standing there. Taking shots to throw one. But Patchy's got like weird MMA tactics. Like on the outside boxing, he's not got that. But I think with a lot of this other stuff, like if they get caught in a clinch, oh, another right hand just right to the fucking mouth. Mario's like, that one's for talking all that shit. Another one. Mario's just popping him in the fucking mouth, bro. Honestly, I think Mario could just run that front leg kick, right? That front lead leg kick to a 2 every time. Front leg kick to a 2, even to a left hook. Because Patchy's sitting there. He's literally there to get hit. You could throw a 3-4 punch combo and knock him out. I'm going to be real right now. If Mario is landing with the 2, he's going to land with the 3-4 as well. Because Patchy's not even bouncing out of the way. Watch next time the 2 lands. Tell me how many steps back Patchy takes when the 2 lands. You got to return again. But that is a problem. See, where'd Patchy go? Where'd Patchy go? It went forward. That's one of the issues with MMA right now is not enough guys are throwing more than 2-punch combos. Yeah, Mario is beating his ass, bro. Mario is punching him like a punching bag. Every time he punches him, he's like, that's for running your fucking mouth, bro. No takedown attempts. We got 0 takedown attempts for Patchy. And he's been hit in the mouth God knows how many times. Hey, and this is what I was talking about with Usman Buckley, right? That fucking, if you don't got that footwork, dude, you are good as done. And then you throw in the power with Buckley, right? So keep that in mind. Mario doesn't have too much power right now. To the body now. Mario's mixing it up to the body. Patchy's like, here, punch my face, like 5 for $2 on sale right now. He's just letting him hit him. He's giving up punches at a discount price. You're right, Prime. Patchy giving up punches at a discount price, and now he's throwing 4. Watch, his coach is going to tell him to throw a 4-punch combo when he gets back there. Especially after he just landed a 4-punch combo. That was a disgusting first round from Patchy Mix. I just have to say that. That first round was disgusting. Oh my goodness. Mario fucking 10-9. 10-9 Mario. Mario 10-9, boys. Hey, make sure to hit that like. You know, trying to get up to what? I'm trying to get up to 25. 25, 30 likes goal, huh? Hook me up. Also, I don't know how the super chat works. Fucking someone should just send me a super chat just so I can see how that shit works. Yeah, that'd be funny if Mario started talking shit to Patchy, wouldn't it? Like, where's all that shit? Patchy said he's gonna submit Mario's coach. Who's Mario's jiu-jitsu coach? Alright, round 2. Mario minus 445 favorite now. Yeah, Mario's using footwork on him now, like a lot of footwork on Patchy now, and Patchy's getting lost in the sauce. But we need the 4-punch combos from Mario. It looks like all Patchy does is just fucking go to jiu-jitsu practice or something. Like, I cannot believe that he didn't spend any time in a boxing gym. This camp. I cannot believe that. Yeah, Patchy is telling Mario fucking, hold up, bro, let me get caught up here. But they're kind of slowing down now. Mario's like using too much footwork and like almost not doing as good. Patchy with a slight level change. Make sure to subscribe and follow, boys. Hook me up. Patchy fucking working that check right hook and then still just eating shots. Now they're getting booed? That's crazy. Damn. Mario's can't miss with the left hand. Mario can't miss with the two. Mario was actually fighting him in Orthodox earlier. Okay, he went back. He's literally switching stances on him like 3 times in a row. Patchy, not a single level change. I guess Joe says his corner is asking for it, and he hasn't. Patchy's just like stepping in, trying to throw shots. He's literally only throwing the right hand too. Patchy's only throwing a lead hook, which isn't bad. Like you can win a fight with the jab and the lead hand, but I don't think Patchy can. Patchy's opening up now. Mario's the one backing up. Patchy bit down and started just saying, fuck it, I'm going to throw every time you throw, and I don't think Mario liked that. Now Patchy's landing, walking down Mario. Because, you know, Mario and his weight cuts, you know, that's the issue with Mario if we're just seeing things play out in real time. Mario cuts a fuck ton of weight, you know. Look how much more muscle he's got already than Patchy. Look at his back. Patchy's about the same height, but Patchy doesn't have as much muscle on him. And you can just see on the scale Mario's lean as hell. So if you're talking about the 3 rounds, you know, let's see what happens. Mario's bleeding now out the eye. They're both just trading shots. 1 for 1 right now. It's literally 1 for 1. DC saying somebody's blocking with their hand. Who's DC saying is blocking the hook every time? Is he saying Mario's blocking Patchy's shots, or he's saying Patchy's blocking Mario's shots? I can't tell. Ooh, Mario's going to knock him out. Damn. It's like that. I'm going to give this round to Mario still, though. Mario's really landing better shots, doing the better work. 74 of 185 strikes for Mario, 49 of 168 for Patchy. So I'm going to give Mario this round so far. We got 30 seconds left, but Mario's like mixing up to the body and shit. He led in the beginning of the round. Patchy came back a little bit in the middle, but now towards the end, you know, Mario's winning again, so. Yeah, with that liver shot, he might crumble him with that. So Patchy been keeping his hand up, so now Mario corrected it, boom, to the body now. Yeah, Mario got this round. Patchy going for handshakes and shit. Yeah, the booing is crazy work, boys. And then people get mad at me for like my shit when I call it like women's MMA, and meanwhile we got fans booing like this fight. Patchy down 0-2, he talked all that shit. And you know, it's all good that you talked all that shit. I'm just saying from his perspective. I'm not one who gets on people for talking shit and then not backing it up. Because, like, you know what I mean? That's why people are afraid to talk shit, because you guys fucking shame them when it doesn't work out. So it's all good, but. Two 0, right? 2-0 Mario. Dig into the body. I would like to see Mario. I mean that is good, but if Mario can mix in a body kick on the other side, right? Like let's say like a left hook or a right hook to the body, and then follow that up with a body kick to the liver. Nasty. All right, round 3 starting. Patchy landing early. Or no, sorry, Mario landing early. Patchy goes for a takedown, misses. Mario popping him on the feet. Mario's in his face, right in Patchy's face. Yeah, he's dogging him this round. Mario's saying, nah, nah, nah. Get back up against that cage. Mario is now basically, he got all the haters in his head right now. He's like, oh, you guys were hating on me, right? All right, let me turn it up now. I heard you. I heard you, boys. Let me turn it up now. Pop Patchy again, bro. All that shit he talked on you. All that shit. He said he's looking through you, Mario. Now it's time to punch through him. Yeah, destroying him. Damn, come on. The Nate Diaz shade. I mean, you're not wrong, bro. I can't say much there. I can't hold you. Patchy said, I'm looking through him. I'm looking through him. You know that shit? If I was Mario, I might talk some shit, you know? That one would have pissed me off. Hey boys, make sure to fucking, I don't know how many likes I'm up right now, but try and get me to 25 likes. Subscribe. Three minutes left. Patchy bloody. Shout out to Mario, you know. You guys want to throw a lot of hate. You know, I was one of them. I thought it was funny. I was reposting that MMA Guru putting a 20K bounty on Mario and shit like that. But when they do a good performance like this, you got to give him his flowers, you know. It's actually kind of crazy how Patchy didn't get dropped at all. It's like a BJ Penn fucking Nick Diaz fight for the old school fans. This is like BJ Penn, Nick Diaz shit. Not as bad. Nick really put a beating on BJ, and now you see what's happened to BJ now, unfortunately. Patchy complaining about a headbutt and shit. Move your head, bro. Standing there like Joe said it. DC saying what I'm saying now. And we're about to see that next weekend with Kamaru versus Buckley. I don't like how Mario like comes out strong and then does this bullshit. That's why he's getting booed. Unless Mario's just taking a break to like fucking put it on him in the last minute. Mario turning it back up in the minute. With the minute left. See, I'll put this point out there. You see, what's happening is that Patchy doesn't have that footwork, right? So basically, he's forced to fight Mario wherever Mario wants to fight him. Because Mario can enter, he can exit whenever he wants. He can move, cut the angles, and, you know, throw where he wants to throw, where there's openings. Patchy's forced to just follow him like a fucking robot, basically. And he's following him kind of like a robot, like robotic, you know, like really robotic movements. Patchy's got a swollen eye and shit. One takedown attempt Patchy did. And he said he was going to submit Mario's coach. Yeah, but Patchy is, you know, landing on Mario towards the end of this round. I got to give it to him. But it's not enough to win the fight. It's just enough to kind of like get some respect back, you know, for that shit-ass performance. It is what it is. Shout out to Mario. Now we know. Now we know. A lot of hype for fucking, what's his name? Patchy. I mean, he was talking that shit. I kind of believed him. If you talk shit like that and you can't box, bro, honestly, stop doing that. Just stop doing it. Can we make a rule? If you can't box, don't talk shit. Let's put it like that. If you're in the UFC and you can't box, don't talk shit. It's okay. I'll forgive you. If you don't talk shit and you don't know how to strike and you're a grappler, we don't need to hear it. What do you think, Prime? If you are a grappler, should you talk shit? Let me know. Let's start a poll. Should you talk? Should grapplers trash talk or strikers only? All right, boys, the poll is up. Let me know. Let me know in the poll. Should grapplers trash talk or strikers only? Yes, grapplers should trash talk. No. We got one yes vote so far. I don't feel like grapplers should trash talk, personally. If I could vote on that shit, I'm putting a no. But we'll see how the poll plays out. Yeah, it's just one of those ones. You're playing with fire. Like it's okay. You might be able to execute, and like if you're like a Khabib, you know, if you're a Khabib, shout out to your profile picture. But if you're not, then good luck. You know. Hey, get Sean Brady off the screen. That ain't the number one contender. Imagine being the number one contender and not having the next title shot. Imagine that. Imagine having the number one next to your name. Imagine having the number one next to your name and calling out Ian Gary. Imagine that. Imagine beating Leon Edwards, submitting him in 2 rounds, and calling out Ian Gary to fight next. Imagine that. Imagine that. Now you got Joaquin, right? He's about to be... I try to reframe my words. He's about to fight Usman. With a win there, that ain't even... Usman even the ranked number one contender. You know what I mean? But a win over Usman, watch what happens. Okay, and then come back to this. Come back to this, me trolling fucking Sean Brady about having that one next to his name and not even being next. Yeah, Patchy did all that talk, but it's like, you could trash talk and still lose, but like, you didn't even bang. I mean, he did bang. He did stand and bang, but he just got pieced up bad. And his striking's not that good. Like, you know, Kevin Holland, he talks trash, right, and loses. It is what it is. I just feel like Patchy, you know, when you're that bad on the feet, probably refrain from talking shit. You know, McGregor, he talks a lot of shit. KO artist. Who else talked a lot of shit? Ilya Topuria, knockout artist, you know, but he's also a grappler, but he can strike. If you got a hole in your grappling game, bro, get the fuck out of here. Who you got, though? Ilya or, what's his name? Ilya or Charles Oliveira? I got Kelvin. Believe it or not, I got Kelvin. Yeah, Prime, we're 1-1. Let's go. Let's see what this one then. Kevin, I got Kelvin. This is like one of those textbook ones where like, oh, you got Charles? Damn, alright, I got Ilya. Alright. But that's a 50-50. That's a close one. One of those knees from Charles, I don't know if Ilya could take that shit. With Kelvin versus Joe Pyfer. I mean, I saw what Joe said to that media guy who like talked about his hairline, and like I get that's a stupid ass question, right? If you, I guess, Prime, but you know, if that's what you prefer, but go with who you really want. I guess you got Kelvin then. If you're saying, oh yeah, you also got Kelvin. So why don't we just call this one wash? Because you know it's disingenuous if I win this one and you were also picking Kelvin. But let me break this one down. Joe Pyfer talking shit to that media kid, you know what I mean? Saying he'll remember his fucking face, motherfucker. So insecure. So insecure. And what are you going to do when you see his face? Joe, Please tell me what you're going to do to that kid who said that to your face. You know what I mean? He didn't say that online because we all know that's what you guys are going to say then. Oh, Sid, you guys are all internet trolls. He said that shit to your face. And guess what? You aren't going to do anything about it. You know? So I didn't appreciate that from Joe. And I do realize that was a stupid-ass question by that kid. They need to get that kid the fuck out of there. Like, you're done. Get the fuck out. Like, you don't get it. You don't get the mission. Get the fuck out. You know? I don't feel bad. But Joe Pyfer is a typical guy you'd be like, oh, Kelvin can whoop his ass. Kelvin's, you know, getting a shit sandwich here, right? But here's the thing. That's what you would have said about Kelvin versus D-Rod, right? That's what you would have said about Kelvin versus Chris Curtis, you know? So Kelvin beats Chris Curtis and D-Rod and shit like that. Like, I don't see how, I mean, unless he's just aged like a motherfucker, I don't see how he loses to Joe Pyfer, you know? But Joe Pyfer's got that power. Yeah, Joe's really insecure. He's got a real issue with that. And then it's like, I don't know, man. I just hate to see it. Like, they be propping him up, be like Joe Pyfer. What a little hype train that shit was. Like, so industry plant-ish. You know? Some of these guys come into the UFC and they just got a fucking fart. Some of these guys, yeah, holy, right? Especially if you lose to Kelvin, that's a fraud check. I was going to say, well, let me know who you want me to... shit, bro. I haven't even thought that deep into it. It's almost like my heart tells me Aspinall, but my mind tells me John, you know? Like, I think Aspinall could starch John for sure. But everything I've seen, like, John's almost got me brainwashed, you feel me? Like, how the fuck do I imagine his ass losing? Joe Pyfer, if he loses to Kelvin, I feel like that's a fraud check. I actually haven't been saying he's a fraud check when he lost the decision to Hermanson. But obviously, we know what this matchup is right now. You know what I mean? With Kelvin versus Joe Pyfer, we obviously know the UFC wants Kelvin to lose. So if you lose to Kelvin, then fraud check. You feel me? Yeah, my logic says John, bro. But I just really want to see the John Aspinall fight because I feel like it would be a good test for John at this moment in time. And I do think that shit will happen, to be honest with you. I don't think John will be trolling and doing all this crap just to not fight Tom. You know what I mean? That's what some of you guys got to realize, too. Alright, let me do a poll right. Alright, next. Shit. Have they done the callouts yet? No, they haven't done walkouts yet. What about Gustafson? You know how John was going a cardio machine like Alexander Gustafsson? One of my favorite fights, Jones versus Gustafsson of all time, still to this day. John versus Rampage in the streets. Let's do it. Fuck. I got a poll up right now. I guess 75% of you, however many people voted, said that Grappler should trash talk. So congratulations, you win. New poll. New poll. Who wins? Pyfer. Here we go. Pyfer's hair transplant. Kelvin, Viva, Mexico. I almost forgot about that. Pyfer also being like, oh, I don't like Mexico, bro. Shut your fucking ass up. We don't care. We don't care, bro. We don't care. You pulled out of the fight. You got to eat crow. It is what it is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kamzat, Khabib, the guys who can't flop. But if you're Patchy, bro, that shit made you look bad. All right, Joe's walking out now. Yeah, we got 100%. Daddy Dana fucking paid this guy's rent. Can you believe it? Can you guys fucking believe it? This guy complained so much Daddy Dana paid his goddamn rent. 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, we got Kelvin walking out to the fucking mariachi. This frat boy going down. What's his name? Pyfer's kind of a frat boy, isn't he? Or he gives off those vibes. Yeah, I feel you. Also, how did we feel about Pyfer's suit, bro? Pyfer's suit was kinda... Can I say it was shit? Can I say that? I mean, I guess I can, right? Who's gonna tell me not to? Alright, let's see it. Kamza, does he beat Dreykus? I'm gonna be definitive on this one, even though, like... How do I put this? I don't know that Dreykus is gonna beat Kamzat, but I'm pretty confident that Dreykus is gonna beat Kamzat. It's just something's telling me. Dreykus versus Kamzat is like more than a fight. It's got a lot of stuff behind it, I think. I think you got to talk about Kamzat making weight, Dreykus training with Kamzat's coach, Ozzy, you know, and I know Ozzy came out denying it, saying he knows both guys. But if you know both guys, then you just shouldn't partake. You feel me? I'm going to go Dreykus. Who you got? Prime. Kelvin and his love handle's about to fucking be way too much for Joe Pyfer. You bet on Kamzat? Fair enough. What's the odds on that? What odds you get Kamzat at? And what's Dreykus at? We got Pyfer minus 380. If you want some free money, I feel like you got to bet money line Kelvin regardless of anything. Like, even if you lose this bet, it was a good bet. For anybody watching who wants that free advice. I got all on Kamzat. No, what odds did you get Kamzat at, or did you not bet it yet? Minus 380 is way too steep of a price for Joe Pyfer anyway. What's these odd makers thinking? The bettors betted that up? Alright, Moneybags. Let's see what Moneybags hair transplant Pyfer does. Kelvin's got that natty hairline. Kelvin's got that natty hairline. Yeah, let me know. I'm curious what those odds are. I feel like it's got to be like close. Minus 120, minus 110. Maybe comes out minus 200. Kelvin Gastelum, Ultimate Fighter winner when it meant something. Kelvin Gastelum is an Ultimate Fighter winner when it meant something. Nate Diaz, Ultimate Fighter winner when it meant something. Just scratched my fucking forehead. Now it's red. Alright. Is that Trump's daughter right there in the white dress? Hey boys, like and subscribe. Kamzat is a 190 favorite over Dreykus. Yeah, I figured like a minus 200. Yeah, something like that. That's fair. And that's good money, honestly. Who do you bet on? I'd probably go Dreykus. Alright. 20 seconds into the fight, nothing really happened. But Pyfer's feeling that boxing from Kelvin right off the bat. Kelvin bouncing, oof. I'm gonna refrain from too much commentary until this shit gets cracking. Oh! Pyfer just knocked Kelvin's ass out. Out. Done. I think this shit's done. Kelvin is up. Oh my goodness. And Joe is swinging for the fences. One more of those lands, Kelvin's out. Unless that just woke Kelvin up. I cannot believe he's up right now. Oh, Joe just landed again, kind of, but Kelvin rolled with it. Kelvin threw a fucking heat-seeking missile of his own. Damn, Sebastian, Frat Boy's about to win. Yeah, I don't know. Well, Kelvin got rocked early. That always sucks. Whenever you get rocked early in a fight, bad news. Kelvin's slipping and shit. He's bouncing. He looks like he's got his feet back under him. Ooh, nasty body shot, though. He's got so much fat on his body, though. I don't think it even matters. You can only knock out Kelvin with a headshot, I feel like. Joe's looking sharp. Landing big on Gastelum with the right and the left. Kelvin's trying to fire something off. Kelvin, I like when he bounces. Also, he's got to throw like a 5 or 6 punch combo, Kelvin. So Kelvin's pushing Joe up against the cage a little bit right now on that black line. They're just kind of like, you know, basically pump faking on each other. Kelvin switches stance, goes back to his original orthodox stance. Actually, southpaw. They're still pump faking. Kelvin just throwing but not really landing. Kelvin moving in, but Joe did something. Yeah, Kelvin's body absorbs all that shit. Look how much bigger his belly is than his legs. That's crazy. That's crazy work, Kelvin. How the fuck is Kelvin 185? That's honestly insane. He looks like he's like 200. He probably is right now. Kelvin is so thick, it's insane. Who remembers when he missed weight for Tyron Woodley and Tyron had to beat his ass? I think Tyron took his undefeated record or some shit like that. If I'm not mistaken. And Kelvin was the hottest fucking thing at 170. Still fat as hell, though. You know what I mean? Still fat as hell. But he was fucking undefeated, beating everyone's ass. He was easy money back then as far as betting goes. And never forget how Kelvin performed against Izzy. Rocked with a head kick. That's nasty work by Pyfer. Pyfer just swings for the fences, though, and I don't think it even works. Who? Oh, Pyfer just put him out again. Oh my gosh. Anik with the stat saying Kelvin's never been knocked out. This guy, dude, that's nasty work by the ref, standing him up that quick. I guess Pyfer let him up. Never mind. Pyfer stalking. Kelvin can't get started, bro. Bro, Pat Downey called out Pyfer too to grapple after this. Bro. Okay, Pyfer shook Kelvin's hand like respect. Yeah, sheesh, bro. Hey, frat boy's throwing him, though. He gets some viral knockouts at the frat house. But Pyfer got some nasty knockouts in the streets, I feel like. You know what we need to see, too? Pyfer needs to rematch that one dude. That one dude that Strickland trashed on Joe Rogan's podcast. The German guy. Yeah, but I think it's that age. So I guess no fraud check here, you know? No fraud check. Not tonight, unless Kelvin can turn it around. Yeah, good first round by Pyfer. Honestly, 10-8. 10-8 Pyfer. 10-8. Honestly, if there was room for a 10-7, I mean, shit. Boys, make sure to like and subscribe. Hook me up. When I check the stats after, I need to see that at least 25 likes. Pyfer, 14 significant strikes to 1 for Kelvin. Crazy work. They're just pump faking right now, doing their thing. Not much going. A minute in. Joe's just basically hunting for that knockout right now. Oh, Joe just landed another big one. Joe got Kelvin up against the cage right now. Kelvin's fucking throwing his arms up. Kelvin cannot land. Damn. Pyfer could be throwing way more. Like, bro, this shit deserves to be booed. This is like a stalling in wrestling. Yeah, bro. In the streets, it's like, he got your number. Like, let's just call this one off. Unfortunately, Kelvin's got to be in here another 7 fucking minutes. Blocks a head kick. Kelvin blocked a head kick. Throws a leg kick of his own. I'll literally call every strike. That's how little they're throwing. Jab from Pyfer misses. Jab from Kelvin misses. Kick checked by fucking Pyfer. Kelvin switches stances, goes back. Kelvin throws a fucking 1 to an overhand right. No, doesn't land for the record. Both standing in front of each other. Fans are booing. Kelvin with a jab to the body that doesn't land. Pyfer with a teep to the body that doesn't land. I mean, these guys are doing some crazy work right now. Pyfer finally landed a right hand. Little baby leg kick from fucking Kelvin. Overhand right that misses. Jab that misses from Joe. I mean, bro, you can't make this shit up. These boys are both missing right now. Hey, last time I did a stream, somebody was like, I should put on sunglasses so you guys could see it. I haven't got that yet. And no, I can't do that. But who's watching this shit legally? Meaning, who bought it? This fight's ass, bro. I guess, you know, it was a good card. This is bound to happen at least once. I can't leave, though, in case a fucking knockout happens, but... I'm going to pull up a doom scroll is what I'm going to do. Let's see. Damn, I didn't notice that Mario got no interview. Crazy work. That's crazy work for Mario, huh? All right, back in it, round 3. Brennan Schaub had something to say about Patchy's loss. Basically said that being a champ in another organization doesn't mean shit. Damn, that's crazy. I kind of agree. They're saying Kelvin landed more significant strikes than Joe Pyfer in that last round. That's insane. Juliana versus Kayla up next. Joe is going to get the shit boot out of him after this. And then he's going to be like, oh, I couldn't. He's going to have some stupid ass excuse. This is actually pretty embarrassing by Joe Pyfer. I mean, this whole frat boy shit, like, what the fuck happened? He doesn't want to hurt Kelvin anymore. Kelvin landed a nice one too, but it's like, dude, you guys have sucked the air out of this fight. Honestly, Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison is going to be better than this. You guys should be disappointed in yourselves. New poll. Get this one the fuck out of here. Joe being like, imagine if Kelvin won the second round. I mean, shit. Who gives a fuck anymore? I'm going to keep it real. They have to, their job is to do this, right? So it's fine. But it's like, let's be real, you know? Nobody cares about this fight anymore. This is some stupid ass shit. This is like one of those ones where, like, fucking unfortunately, if you're at like some party and you have UFC on, this is the one everyone's like, really? This is what you watch? It's like, nah, this isn't what I watch, but I guess sometimes I'm forced to. What do you guys think about the Nick Diaz story? "45 seconds left of this boring ass shit. I'm out. Be right back." Who won? Joe and all them acting like fucking Pyfer didn't win that fight. First round was like a 10-7, bro. Pyfer break his hand or something? That was some weak shit, bro, I gotta say. Not even injured. Bro, this guy's screaming at the top of his lungs right now. Like, shut the hell up. Trump's daughter. Alright. Let's see what happens here. I got Juliana. Juliana's doing some kind of sign language. I don't know what that was, though. Olympic gold medalist Kayla. Sugar Sean versus Merab. That's the one we all want to see right there. So they're promoting this jiu-jitsu Ultimate Fighter. I think I might watch that. UFC BJJ road to the title. Why not? Brendan Schaub See what other people said on Twitter. Damn, you think Harrison's gonna take it, Sebastian? I mean, she is the favorite, right? I'm going with Juliana. I'm gonna go with Juliana here. I think Juliana's gonna take it. In other news, though, what do we make of Patchy Mix's loss? Because it's kind of like, you know, how serious should we take a Bellator champion at this point? You know? Like, if Usman or Magomedov comes over to the UFC, what kind of credit are we giving him? You feel me? We saw what Francis Ngannou did to the PFL heavyweight champion over there, right? How many more times we got to see it? Now, Kayla, PFL champion, she already lost to that one woman. Respect to her, I forgot her name, but, you know, let's see what happens here. Kayla's been tested in the UFC already, though, but still. Bro, get on with this walkout and shit like that already. Let's see, Sebastian. 8:50, right? Damn, we might be looking at an hour until Sugar versus Merab starts. Nah, I'm not showing it, bro. Stream that shit. Go on buff streams or meth streams, one of the two. That's the best I could do for you. And then if that works, like and subscribe. Sebastian, you bought that shit or what? You're streaming yourself? Let's go. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight. I'm not a big women's fan, but I'm looking forward to this one. Again, more for Juliana though. To prove her you know, how do I put it? To prove her mettle. To prove her mettle. Kayla getting all the hype, right? Given to her. Somewhat deserved, but still. Let's see. Yeah, streaming is the way to go, bro. The UFC, I feel like, only blocks off the fights that really matter anyway. Like, if you get a double men's title fight, that might be harder to stream. But honestly, I got some good streams, so I'm chilling. Alright, Kayla making the walkout. I've never really seen her with no makeup. She looks a lot better. If I'm going to be real. Did Kayla take an IV? Is Kayla on roids? These are questions we need to kind of figure out. You know what I mean? She's bigger than Merab, bro. Let's see. Maybe she's not on those things, but that's what people love to question. She's getting her pat downs. All right, let's go. Judo, though, is like one of the least, I feel like. Like, who cares? Let's see. Prove me wrong. Kayla, every time she walks in the room, she has to be the most, like, dominant, though. That's something that kind of annoys me. I guess that's because she's an Olympic champ. Kayla looking good. Kayla looking good. I think she took a bow to the president. She's strutting. Nodding her head, clapping. Getting ready to shoot 35 takedowns. Let's see. Kayla hasn't stopped patting herself and doing all those things. I think she's relaxing now. Juliana walkout time. Goes black. All right, here we go. Locked in Juliana, as usual, cornrows, ready to go. The champ, two-time champ. Making her way through. No touching, no handshakes of the fans. Locked in. She's ready to fucking get greased up, but she hasn't even taken her clothes off yet. They had to remind her to take off the clothes. She's locked in. Let's go, Juliana. Yeah, so what DC just said is, she's locked in, she's fired up, she's tired of being disrespected, partially by the UFC hyping up Kayla like this, you know what I mean? How I would take it. But if she can beat, right, Kayla, two-time Olympic gold medalist, also has Amanda on her resume. I mean, you're one of the greatest of all time, right? If not the greatest of all time. Also the win over Raquel. You know what I mean? To regain the title. And I don't even think she's thinking that far ahead. I think she's just locked in on Kayla, wants her respect for this fight, and eventually, when it's all said and done, her resume is going to do the talking, right? The results are going to do the talking. So let's see. No handshake. Kayla not even facing Juliana. Now, it probably seems like I'm glazing Juliana a little bit, and maybe I am. But she's the two-time champ. Two-time UFC champ, and people act like Kayla being a two-time Olympic gold medalist is more important. It is respectable, don't get me wrong. But let's put respect on Juliana's name, too. And if she can get this one done, that's crazy. All right. We're just waiting. We're just waiting for this shit to get cracking. 9 p.m. This fight's going to go, at the longest, will be over in 30 minutes from the time the bell rings. So then you got the call-outs and shit like that, or the interview. Walkouts for O'Malley versus Merab, 10 p.m. Let's go. Kayla getting called out. Kayla looks nervous. Of course I'm going to say that though, right? Juliana looks ready. Of course I'm going to say that though. You know, shout out to Juliana too. Like, Juliana is also like, you know, one of those ones where she's the first woman to give birth to a child and win a title and shit like that, or something like that. But, you know, you see like Amanda getting credit for that too in a way, and I don't think Amanda fully got credit for it, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, Juliana is like pretty authentic, and she really is like I don't know, somebody who kind of beats the odds, I guess you could say. Like, look at her. Never would have thought she'd be champ, but she's a fighter. All right, let's see this thing get cracking. Enough sob story. Trump's daughter in the back. All right, getting cracking. Both in the center. Kayla getting that jab going. Kayla working a jab. Pretty decent jab. No, I'm not showing the fight. Kayla looking like she got a decent jab, though. Not much going on. Nobody's really landed a single shot. Kayla got Juliana backed up against the cage, though. Not much going on. Kayla has Juliana up against the cage. See what happens. Kayla got Juliana down. Juliana's got to recover guard or something here. Right now she's in side control. Kayla got Juliana in side control. Working punches. Juliana hiding her head. Kayla's in half guard now. She kind of put herself in a half guard. Juliana getting her in butterfly guard. Juliana now full guard. Right now Kayla's in Juliana's full guard. Juliana landing some good shots from the bottom. Kayla with a big shot from over the top, though. I don't know how bad it landed. Juliana just fucking upkicked Kayla right in the face like 3 times. I wonder if a point's gonna get taken. I've never seen this. Oh yeah, he's taking a point. Automatic point taken. I mean, the women's fight started. I don't know if that's the one you're looking for. O'Malley's next. O'Malley Merab. Okay, so they resumed, stood him up, but Juliana got a point taken. So Juliana got a point taken, but got the up position. Juliana's now working her boxing on Kayla. Kayla kind of looking like, oh fuck. But Kayla locked into. 10 seconds left in the round. Well, that's an easy one to score. I don't know if you go 10-8 or I think 10-8, right? I think you got to go 10-8 there. Julie on his corner saying Kayla's a little bit tired already. About to start round 2. Kayla's sternum is going in and out heavy. Juliana, you can't see it because you got the tank top on. So let's see how long Kayla's gas tank can hold up. Probably 10-8, you know. Kayla the first round. They're swinging. Kayla's 6 for 36 on her significant strikes. That's crazy. Kind of a snooze fest. Kayla's got Julian up against the cage. Just trying to work a takedown, I guess. Kayla got the takedown. Juliana has her arms tied up right now. Juliana working a rear naked here. Let's see. She's using it to just throw her on her back. Kayla has Juliana basically flattened out on her back. Half guard, like Joe's saying. Less than a minute left in the round. Kayla's probably working a fucking arm triangle here. But Juliana's on the arm that she's attacking, she's on the wrong side. And Juliana's got the cage blocking it, so I don't think she can get the arm triangle. And she let it go. Damn, Kayla got the Kimura on Juliana. Thankfully, she ended that shit early. Now Kayla crying. I think they're saying a prayer. I think Kayla and Juliana are saying a fucking prayer. God. And I'm a fucking believer in God, but I just hate it. Sometimes it's annoying. Yeah, Kayla wanted to pray for Juliana, and then she didn't want to let Juliana pray, and Juliana got it done. Now Juliana's praying too. That was super weird. It was super weird because when they pray, after they prayed, they just still like, all right, see you later. Kind of weird. They didn't even look each other in the eye after they prayed. Nasty submission from Kayla. Kayla got that fucking Kimura, and it was a wrap, bro. Then they said prayers with each other. And now we got O'Malley versus fucking Merab. The real fight. Congrats to Kayla. Kayla does like sees Dana White. She's like, oh my god, Dana's here. Good to see Dana in the building though. Kayla speech time. Credit to Juliana. Credit to Kayla. Rematch time. Let's go. Kayla crying, shouting at the single moms. Oh my god. I got Sean. So I guess Kayla and Juliana prayed for each other, which is super weird. Kayla came up and she's like, please be with Juliana as she, deals with this loss. Congrats to Kayla. I'm happy it's over with so we can get on to the fucking main event. And it's only 9:20. Let's go. Panning to... They're panning to Amanda. Now Kayla's calling out Amanda. Amanda's about to come in the octagon. They're showing respect. Amanda confirms she's coming back. Oh my god, Kayla always has to yell, bro. Face off. So Amanda says she's basically down. Amanda says she's basically down to return. Yeah, sure. In this moment in time, right now, as we're watching it, it's kind of exciting. But I mean, my thing is just like nobody buys this shit, unless it's propped up as a co-main to Sean O'Malley, you know. So I'm not gonna act like this is more desirable of a watch than like any of Alexandria Pantoja's fights. That's my thing. I'm not gonna shit on the matchup. I think it's a good matchup. I think Amanda probably takes that. Yeah, I think Amanda probably takes that. It would be along the lines of that. What's it called? The Patchy versus Mario matchup, where just a lot better striking versus kind of a plotty fighter. Although Kayla's striking did look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, Kayla's striking did look pretty good. Juliana didn't even get an octagon interview after that loss as the two-time champ. Disrespectful. Disrespectful. Here's Donald Trump. Donald Trump's like, what up? I know Elon just fucking said that shit about me yesterday, but what up? Yeah, no one really watches it. So, I mean, it's cool. You know, it's cool. But I feel like, you know, the women get a lot more leeway than even the flyweight men do. And that's kind of fucked up to me. If you don't want to watch the flyweight men, then don't really at me about, you know, not wanting to watch the women. He did. And a lot of people had a lot to say about Mario doing Patchy dirty. Here we go. Merab warming up. Aljo in the fucking back with the headgear on. One of the best duos in the game. Sean O'Malley in the back with his glasses. Dude, get the fucking camera off of Kayla now. It's over with. We're on to the main event. They're trying to show Kayla talking to the president. We don't give a fuck. Get her off. Get her off. I want to see Sean warming up in the back. I was in the middle of fucking, you know, calling shit out. I need more water. I'm back. Round time for the walkout. Damn, shout out to you boys who stuck with me. I'm back for the fucking walkout. Let's go. American, for at least I know I'm free. Forget the man who died that gave that right to me, and I proudly... No mountain high enough. I don't know how that goes. God bless the USA. What a walkout, sugar. Hey, that's some good shit. Bro, these lights, they're so fucking bright when I come back in here. My eyes gotta adjust. If you see them watering and shit. That was some good shit, sugar. Now we got Merab's like dun 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 dun. That was a terrible fucking example. Tanquinho. We got his strength and conditioning coach. We got Tim Welsh, man in the corner. And we got his pops. Sugar's pops, man in the corner. In the black suit. The black tracksuit. Free. Forget the man who died and gave that right to me. Next to you, we got brown-haired Sugar. So let me give a little breakdown. We got brown-haired Sugar. He went back to his old ways. No jerking. You know what I mean? No social media. I admire that. Because at the end of the day, if he was jerking, right, during that last camp, and he's like, damn, bro, Merab's not doing that, then, hey, that is something, you know what I mean, that you want to knock off. Because now he doesn't have that feeling where he's like, you know, guys like Merab ain't doing this weak shit. Like, if he was jerking to porn, you know what I mean? Come on. We all know that feeling, right? Everybody X out of that tab as soon as you're done. So, I like that he's doing that. The brown hair isn't super telling, but I heard it takes like 3 hours or something to get that shit done. So, I mean, that's like a whole day you get back pretty much. The labrum tear is fixed, right? He did have the surgery. It's good to go now. He wrestled the whole camp. You know what I'm saying? I saw him lace up the wrestling shoes. So, just some of the X's and O's going into this fight right now. In the past, you know, O'Malley has been able to correct mistakes. Look how he got leg kicked from Marlon Vera and lost that fight. Then look how well he did at checking leg kicks moving forward. So when you tell Sean, okay, do this and improve in that next fight, he can do that. You know what I mean? And this one, all it was is improve this. Improve your takedown defense. Improve your octagon control a little bit more as far as like pushing Merab back. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, okay. Let's go, Prime. We're 1-1, right? Sean will do better. Sean will do better for sure. And that's all I'm saying. I even said this in my podcast on Wednesday that win or lose, I'm happy because Sean checked the boxes and we didn't see a fighter who crashed out and is now taking a bullshit loss. Like, if he loses, Merab's the better guy, but Merab got the better Sean. And I think moving forward, Sean can probably still beat 90% of the division, you know? So, I'm stoked on this. You know, a lot of guys do crash out after a loss. Look at what happened to Tony Ferguson when he started losing, right? And Sean's early in his career. I think he's 31, if I'm not mistaken. So, he's got a lot of years ahead of him. And he wants to stay around for a long time. Last thing I'll say is I think from that loss he realized, you know what I mean, how short time is. And maybe if he was even rushing to get out of the game sooner, back before he lost, now he's like, dude, I want to be here for a long time. So, Sean's going to even move up to 45 at some point down the line. Let's go, Merab. He's back. Let's go, Merab. You gotta love Merab. You gotta love Merab. I don't got money on this shit, for the record. So I love both guys. Like, I got respect for both these guys. I don't got money on this shit, Prime. Cough, cough. You think, no, I think Sean will defend. If he gets that title back, I think he'll defend. I mean, there's the trilogy, too. Damn, the barrier fell again. Bro, they gotta lock that shit up, bro. What, they got zip ties holding that shit? As soon as Merab walked through, he almost got hurt. He's good, though. Merab and his broken toe are good. I think Sean would defend. Are you saying Sean would defend the title or takedowns? As far as wrestlers in Sean's camp who are as good as Umar's not that good at takedowns. If I'm gonna be real with you, bro. He's not. He's good at wrestling, don't get me wrong. But he's a Muay Thai fighter first off. Him and his brother. Umar and Usman. So I get what you're asking. I think he did get tough wrestlers in his camp. I don't know how tough, but I know that he trains with a lot of high-level grapplers and stuff. And, you know, every city you go to, they got really talented guys. They might not be Khabib's level, you feel me? But I think in Arizona, a big wrestling state, you know, you got Arizona State University. They're a really good college team, so with a lot of national champions. So I think he's fine. No, Umar and Usman are brothers. Bro, you got Khabib as your fucking profile pic and you don't know that? Look it up. Umar and Usman are brothers. Khabib's real brother got shown recently on some like social media post. And Khabib was like, same mom and dad. Khabib and Umar are cousins that grew up together. Because their fathers are brothers, I believe. Hence Nurmagomedov. Bro, you gotta change that profile pic if you don't know that shit, Prime. It's all good, though. I won't judge you. I won't tell anyone. But I will remember. Alright, Merab entered the cage. Merab, you know what I mean? Going for a second title defense. No handshake with Sean. Faced away from him. I think Merab's a little bit pissed. He thinks Sean is being fake humble. Prime's looking up right now. I already know it. He hasn't responded. He's trying to prove me wrong. Prime. You will learn today, my friend. Alright, boys. Make sure to like this stream and subscribe as we are about to get started. Let's see what the poll is. Okay, we're about to get started. We got 16 votes. We're going to wait all the way up until they face off in the... Oh, shit. That was Juliana and Kayla. I forgot to end that shit. My bad, boys. My bad. You boys picked Juliana. Damn. Should we do a quick poll? Let's do a quick poll. Merab or Sean? Merab. Sean. Start poll, start poll. You have about until a minute in to vote, and then I'll end it. Merab will destroy Sean. Let's see it. Let's see it, Prime. We're about to get started. Quick, real quick, boys, real quick. I got Sean. Bro, Sean starches Merab, goes for the trilogy. Cinema. I love storylines. Let's go. What's Sean doing with that little sprint there? Did you boys see that? That was good. Sebastian, who you taking? Who you got, Sebastian? I can't see your vote, so you gotta tell me. Okay, Sean? Alright, let's go. Me and Sebastian got Sean. I don't know, I smell a knockout coming, bro. Similar to when Sugar fucking knocked out Aljo. Let's see it. Look at Sean waving the arms, relaxed. I like it. Jogging in place, the running man. When you don't know exactly what Sean's up to, you know what I mean? But he looks calm, you know he's dangerous. Let's go. I got Sean. Me and Sebastian got Sean. 67% so far got Sean. Keeps him in the votes. Merab looking good. He's bouncing in the corner. Bro. 67% do so far, Prime. 18-2-1, but Sugar thinks he's 18-1-1. What's he going to do? Is he going to put up a number? When they say the 2? We all want to know. We're all waiting for it. That should have been a prop bet. Will he put up the 1? Because he used to put up the 0. Will he put up the 1 now? Did he already call out the record? He must have. He didn't do it. I was too busy talking. Hey, comment who you pick. If you voted who you picked, comment who you picked as well. Merab fucking getting called out right now by Bruce Buffer. Let's go. Minus 300 favorite for Merab. Holy, you got to throw money. You know what? It's a good odd. There, you could put money on Merab. I know Prime put money on Merab. I got to stay neutral. Imagine if I was betting on these boys. Fucking, I mean, I guess I could do it, but... Let's go, Merab. I like the Georgian flag. I like those, like, crosses on it. The shorts, too, are dope. Touch gloves. Merab threw him a thumbs up. You boys know how Merab cuts weight? He fasts from, like, fucking Wednesday to Friday or some shit like that. Sean looking ready, crouched down. Merab looking fucking ready to go, too. Big, way different atmosphere than the spear. Way bigger atmosphere. Merab talking to himself. Oh, this is the atmosphere we all wanted right here. Never do the sphere again. This is the correct atmosphere. The buzz, you can hear the crowd going crazy. Let's go. Sean got Merab on the back foot already. Yeah, let's see if Merab does that trolling. Let's see it. Sean giving a little bit of ground. Probably for that KO shot, you feel me? Sean zigzagging, doing his thing a little bit. Footwork, switching stances. Shuffle out of the way. Sidestepping. Now Merab's got Sean on the back foot. Sean seeming a little bit like, I don't like it. I don't like this. I don't like this right now. I want to push him back, but I can't. You know what I mean? I think that's what's going through Sean's mind right now. I want to push him back, but I can't. But, you know, you got the brown hair. You got the brown hair. You got the brown-haired bandit. Right? You got the brown-haired bandit. And let's see what's going to happen here. Is he going to push Merab back? He can't right now. Foot up against the cage. Foot up against the cage. Sean punching. But he's looking timid. I'm not going to lie. Sean is landing. Popping him. Hey, Prime. You know Sean's popping him. Prime, you know Sean's popping him right now. Prime, you know that, right? I'm just playing, bro. I'm playing. But he is popping him. Merab is a fucking train. That's why you got to put him out cold. But, you know, Sean in that last fight, you know, it wasn't terrible. Sean got off. Sean wasn't gassed. So that's why this is a good fight. A whole nother fight. With a healthy labrum and brown hair. Let's see if Merab's chasing him. You don't want to chase. You do not want to chase Sugar. Merab not landing. Sean looking real sharp with his angles. With the octagon presence, I gotta say. He's kind of angling off to the side. You see, he's not exactly going back up against the cage. He's found a way. You guys see what I'm saying, right? I'm not even trolling. Watch how Sean kind of... Oh, Sean did get caught by Merab once. Let's see here. Merab's still pressuring, but Sean's like going diagonal. He's not getting his back against the cage. He's almost creating like an endless fucking, you know, cage. Well, it's probably because Merab's not cutting it off. Now that I think about it, Merab's following. But look at the angle Sean's using. Oh! Merab kind of dropped Sean as he was shuffling out. Now Merab got the takedown on Sean. Sean working to get up. Looking good. He's up to his feet. That's not going to be enough to win the round, I'll tell you that much. He is landing some knees right now. Sean's aware. Sean underhooks. Beautiful. Beautiful work by Sean, honestly. I love that. And that saved him from getting taken down because he got the underhook. Merab is landing a lot of knees up against the cage on Sean. Now Sean got double underhook, forcing Merab to let go. Throws a knee, falls, pops back up. Sean back in the... Now they're exchanging in the middle. Oblique kick. One from Sean. But Merab, yeah, Merab landed a hard shot. It looks like he's got more power than Sean, honestly. Merab in on a takedown. Sean hooked him with that underhook. I don't think Merab's gonna get that takedown. Okay, Merab got a takedown, but I don't think it's gonna be much. Let's see what happens. 1 minute left. You could argue Merab could be winning this round now. You can argue that. And I think it's a good argument. He's landing with a lot of power. And Sean, I think, is scared to commit a little bit with his power because of that takedown, you know. Just timid in that first round, though. Let's see. You know, Sean's going to go back to the corner after this 30 seconds and just, like, you know, recover that heart rate, meditate like he normally does. So, it's a great fight. Yeah, even DC saying, like, a little bit discouraging. He was having a good round, but now Merab's stealing it back. Here's what the poll said. 71% of you did say Sean. Out of 7 votes. So everybody does think Sean. Sean... Well, yeah, but... The argument is he needs to fucking knock him out, right? Because if you don't throw those power shots, Merab's never going to fucking go down. And Merab's never going to stop moving forward. Let's hear the corner. Exactly as I said. Sean's in the corner meditating, eyes closed. Tim giving Sean really good advice, in my opinion. Telling Sean get a little bit more of an athletic stance up against the cage instead of standing straight up. And also, when you get that underhook, dig into it. You know what I mean? Don't just get it like fucking like that. But you get the underhook, dig into it. Are you talking about that one with Ricky Simone? Yeah, you can hear the fucking crowd. Round 2 start. I think it was a good round from Sean, honestly. I think he lost that round, though. That would be good. That would be good. Well, Sean's trying to keep his ground now. Maybe he did say that. Sean's looking a little bit more free now. Like, he can afford a takedown or two. He'll get up. Sean double jab to the body. Double jab 2 to the body. Sean got to keep firing, though, you know? Sean's legs are looking skinny. Sean landed a good shot to the body. Clean shot, but then Merab just, like, you know, throws like 7 punches in a row. Oh, Sean throws a knee to the chin, I think that lands a little bit, then followed by a 1-2. Sean's in the striking match. If Merab gets comfortable, it's dangerous. Merab throwing in kicks, you know what I mean? 3 kicks landed by Merab. But Sean's comfortable. Sean's not feeling a takedown coming. Teep to the body from Sean. Jab Sean. Merab catches a little left hook. Right now it's O'Malley's go. Okay, O'Malley goes back southpaw. So every time O'Malley switches stances, it looks like Merab switches stances too. Pay attention. O'Malley landing to the body a lot. I think O'Malley's investing in the body. Also landing to the head. Merab winging, punches into the cage, goes for a takedown. Sean fucking, kicks out. They're back to how they were doing it in round one, where Sean's kind of scaling the cage, scaling around the octagon. O'Malley's got Merab pumping. O'Malley's got Merab biting on some pump fakes, I gotta say. And I think Sean's, keeping that. There's an argument Sean could be winning this round. I would love to see the numbers just from this round because it's hard to tell. It's pretty even. Almost like a 9-9 so far. 10-10, however. Whoever lands the next couple shots can win this round. John Anik, you don't know what you're talking about. Not a ton has happened. Shut the fuck up, dude. Merab going for a takedown. Sean very good on the defense. Punishing Merab too for coming in like that. Eating a couple shots, Merab did. Apparently Merab landed right hand. I was reading fucking Prime's chat. Missed it. How does the tape come off Merab's glove all the time? Sean should fire 1-2 as soon as he turned Merab. Damn, Merab kind of rocking Sean. Merab caught Sean real good. He caught Sean real good. Now Sean's warding off the takedown attempts, doing real good. Merab can't take down Sean. That was like 5 or 6 takedown attempts from Merab right there. Sean's still looking good, though. He's not looking injured. He's actually looking woken up. Like rejuvenated from defending all those fucking takedowns. Despite the fact that Merab landed big. Yeah, and Sean landed a nice right hand. Great round, great round. Great round. Shoot. Who do you give that to? I'll say Merab. I will say Merab. I'll say Merab. Yeah, it's a double whammy. I think that's why Merab's able to land. I'm surprised Merab's landing so much on Sean. Trying to figure out why. I think every time Sean comes in, Merab just throws at the same time. But I'm trying to see why Sean's missing a little bit. It's going into round 3. Benjamin, I got you. It's going into round 3. Honestly, I got it up 2-0 for Merab right now. I got it up 2-0. Sean's doing well though. Sean's doing well. It's a really close fight. Second round was closer than the first. Second round was closer than the first. DC's also saying Merab is up 2-0. Shout out to my boy Benjamin. That's my middle name, by the way. Alright, start of round 3. Merab up 2-0. I got you, bro. Hey, make sure to like, Benjamin. Hook me up. I need as many as I can get. Damn, I think Sean might have rocked Merab. Yeah, 2 10-9s for Merab. And they're off to a hot start in round 3. Merab on another takedown attempt. Got him up above his shoulders. Throws Sean down. Yep. Now Merab's in Sean's full guard. This ain't good for Sean. I see other people saying 2018 for Merab so far. It's pretty unanimous. Yeah. Thanks, Benjamin. Thanks, Prime. Prime got my back. Hit that sub, Benjamin. I forgot to say. All right, so Sean is in the full guard of Merab. Let's see what happens here. He should be getting up. You got to get to your feet, bro. That's where you're going to get the win. Yeah, bad news for Sean. Bad news. Do not work an armbar here, bro. It ain't going to work. Get that butterfly guard going. Feet on the hips, you know, and pop out. Hell yeah, Benjamin. Appreciate you. No submission attempts from Sean really right now. Just full guard. I'm actually wishing that he had a couple sweeps he could at least attempt, but he hasn't even attempted to get up, let alone a submission attempt. No, I don't think he had any submission attempts for Sean. I mean, right now, you know, maybe it could be a guillotine attempt, but not really. Sean needs to get the feet on the hips, bro. He's in closed guard. That ain't good. Either hold him to get up, you know what I mean? To get a stand up, or you got to kick out. Kind of shades of, I mean, not fully Conor Khabib, but a little bit. He's not beating his ass from the bottom as bad though. But he's kneeing Sean in the ribs right now. Sean's like turning to get up. Sean is doing the right thing right now though. He's trying to work something. But he's also getting beat up by Merab. You gotta hit a switch or something, Sean. Yeah, Sean's getting up. Good shit, Sean. Good shit. Sean's getting up. Yeah, it's not as bad as Conor Khabib, but it's shades. Maybe you could call it the Wish version. Sean in like a switch position right now, like just on his knee, while Merab's kneeing him in the butt. Damn, threw him down again. Apparently that's takedown number 4. I think that's 3 this round, maybe. Now see Sean here, he's got to just keep fighting, stay humble, not get frustrated, right? And just stay on his P's and Q's. When it gets to his fight, he's got to fight his fight. But for now, you know what I mean? You just got to take this shit. And that's why when you start the round, you got to fucking... Damn, Merab's beating his ass though. It's becoming a little bit more shades of McGregor Khabib as it goes on. Yeah, Sean is working really hard to get to his feet. Merab jumping on a submission. No, I don't think he has it. He doesn't have it. Damn, Merab got it. Merab submits Sean round 3. Damn, with the fucking bulldog choke. Like, he didn't even have any arms. He literally just had Sean's neck. That was crazy. He didn't even have Sean's arm, bro. He literally just had Sean's neck. Prime. Yeah, you got that one, Prime. I don't know what that shit is. 2-1. Sean comes out, shakes Merab's hand. Good shit. Good shit. Respect. How did Sean get out of the cage? It's respect. It's respect. Yeah, Merab. Prime rubbing it in. We know it. We know it. Merab won. Good shit, though. Good shit. I just had a sneaky suspicion. But, I mean, I knew it was a tough fight for Sean. Shout out to Merab. Validated, you know what I mean? Benjamin. I hate to say it, bro. You know what I mean? But you kind of spot on. Maybe not never, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna say never. But Merab's a beast, bro. You can't take anything away from this man. Let's see who he calls out. Let's see what's next. Bantamweight's a hot division, you know what I mean? If Patchy would have won, remember what Patchy was saying about how he would beat everybody's ass, hinting at the fact that he beat Merab's ass? Yeah, fucking right, bro. Yeah, Prime, you told us how much money you win, bro. Chill. Just playing, bro. You can enjoy your celebration. See, boom, no arm. Sean goes to his back and he still gets it. That was a good sub. And that's what fighters need, bro. That's what fighters need. A lot of guys at the top are lacking subs like that. You know? That was great. That was beautiful. Let's see what's next. Who should Merab call out? Should I try to pull up some rankings real quick? UFC.com. Sean looking a little bit beat up, but that's okay, man. Like I said, man, win or lose, I think Sean's good. Peter Yan, Corey Sandhagen, Song Yadon, Figgy, Marlon, Rob Font. Boys, I stuck with you through the whole card. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like. I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere yet. Shout out Dana in the building, bro. Shout out Dana in the building. Okay, Octagon interview going. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I stream every UFC. Yeah, all the good cards. I didn't stream last weekend because that card was ass, Sebastian. But yeah, all the main cards, that are pretty good, I stream, and all the pay-per-views. So make sure to tap in. And we got fighter interviews. We're live podcast every Wednesday, bro. So just tap in, Sebastian. I think you already are, though. Let's see the call out. Merab ranting. You want me to do like a live stream on like a weekday or something like that, Prime? React to some news? Every Wednesday live streaming. Who's Merab calling out? Oh, yeah, I could do that. I should have done the Kayla Plant Charlo fight last weekend. I'll be doing them more. I was on a little hiatus, but I'm back, boys. Especially you boys come back next week or whatever for the fights. Tap in with me. I'll be more consistent for sure. Merab said he was getting a little bit tired in there. I don't think we're gonna get a take or a call out. I'll be streaming one championship next time when what's his name fights too, like Adrian Lee and shit. Yeah, of course I remember Mighty Mouse. He's gonna go live with fucking MMA Guru after this. Mighty Mouse MMA Guru Show episode 1. Mighty Mouse MMA Guru. Try to say that 10 times fast. Mighty Mouse MMA Guru. That's just hard. Yeah, what up? Damn, no call out from Rob, and then Sean's waiting for his interview. All right, boys, I'm waiting. Let Merab say his piece, though. Yeah, I'll stream more shit like boxing, bro, for sure. I like boxing. Um, Shout out to Keyshawn Davis, missing weight tonight. I should have streamed the Caleb Plant Charlo card too last weekend. That was a miss by me. Other sports of fighting instead of MMA. Yeah, boxing probably only though. I could do like some wrestling. I fuck with wrestling, college wrestling. NCAA championships and stuff like that. Or like a Gordon Ryan match on like Fight Pass. I could do that. Hell yeah, Prime. Let's go. Tell all the homies to come over. Come through. Whatever you guys want me to do, I'll fucking run it for the most part. I usually watch all this stuff anyway. Damn, Rob's still fucking talking. It's all good. But let's get Sean's interview going. Yeah, what up, Prime? I was thinking about this the other day. I'll say an underrated UFC fight of all time is actually, shout out Gustafsson again. DC versus Gustafsson for the title. Go watch that fight if you have never. One of my best fights of all time. Also, shout out to Usman fighting next weekend. Usman Covington won. One of the best fights of all time. At least for me in the last like 5 to 10 years. Later, Sebastian. Peace out, homie. Tune in next time. Next week or whatever. John Jones, Gustafsson, obviously one of the top ones of all time. Also, like a Shogun Machida. Shogun Hua versus Lyoto Machida. Maybe that first one that went 5 rounds where, like, I think Machida won that one. That was a really good fight. Sean, I was too busy fucking thinking about what my favorite fights are to remember that. I want to say, like... Oh, and I think one of the best ones of all time, honestly, Nate Diaz 1 and 2. Nate Diaz 1 and 2, Prime. So, Nate Diaz 1 and 2 and all those other ones I named, probably my favorite fights of all time. McGregor Mayweather boxing match. I know that McGregor got knocked out, but that was one of my favorite ones when I was younger. All right, boys. Yeah, John Jones DC. Yeah. Those are good ones too. Number 1, Jones DC 1 is up there for me too. Conor Khabib good, but Conor just got his ass beat by Khabib, you know. Charles Ilya has potential. Max Volk. Some of those were pretty good. Max Ilya was a good one, you know. Let's find out who Merab should fight next, and then I'll dip out of here. I gotta go make some posts. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram too, but go follow me on Instagram. I got some like post fight coverage on there too. I'll be doing. Okay, so Peter Yan. Shit, I say give Merab Corey Sandhagen. Done deal. Corey Sandhagen earned it. Let's go. All right, boys. Peace out. Let's see how many more. Let's see what my stats are before I get out of here. Okay, we racked up 1,000 views, 1,100, and we got 7 likes. That's all good. All right, boys. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.